on YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about the top 3 furnishing plan areas that you can find the newest High Isle BPs, which are selling for gazillions of dollars. Before we jump into it, just a quick piece of house cleaning that we are still doing the giveaway. The month of June is actually almost over. We are rapidly approaching it. And to enter the giveaway for the month, all you have to do is leave a comment on as many videos as you want, and they'll be counted towards the giveaway for the month of June. If you watch this 5 years from now, after the Illuminati has taken over the world and they've reinstated the ESO servers, then you can also leave a comment again, and you'll be entered into that month's giveaway as well. So, lots of options for you. Just leave a comment below, and you know, if you want to like and subscribe too, that'd be real neat if you did. So, I'm going to be firstly looking at a bit of, this is the most complicated place to go get. Why is that? Because you may notice that I am not on my normal character, and that means that shenanigans are afoot, because that means that my other main character cannot get to where I currently am. And that is a great observation if you picked up on that, because we are actually in the middle of a quest instance of the People of Import, which is the second zone story quest for High Isle, because it actually gives us the ability to go into one of the most OP places for furnishing plans. So you basically have to get to the point where you talk to the hoo-haws outside, and then you can access this door right here, which will take you into a very expansive room. Now, this room is really neat because you'll notice that it has lots of wardrobes. We'll talk a little bit about why specifically areas like this are OP, and that's because of places like wardrobes. Wardrobes are always really nice, and because you're not stealing items, for those of you who do not know, you're actually at a higher rate to get furnishing plans and other plans when you're not stealing. The drop rates are increased. So as you can see, there's tons of wardrobes and other little things that we can loot in this area, just absolutely massive amounts of them. Ideally, too, you let wardrobes, backpacks, bookcases that you can open, chests, dressers, like those are all the little things that you're going to want to really focus on, which is why this is actually one of the #1 places for you to go to get this, because you can see that this place is filled with it. Once you complete the quest, however, you can actually not progress or go back to this area, which is why I had to swap characters. So you keep that in mind when you're doing this method here. But what I've seen and heard people do is they basically take all of their side characters, or at least a healthy chunk of them, and I'm now capped on inventory. This is embarrassing. Basically what they'll do is they'll be, alright, I'm capped on inventory, I will now leave and switch characters. You only have to take probably, I would say, 3 or 4 here before you would need to really swap. Or I would say, because what I'm describing to you here is there's a cooldown, right? So if you were to get a purple plan, which would be really nice, not the green one, which is what we just got, you'd be put on what I would call a cooldown. Now, to avoid cooldowns, basically you just character swap. And the easiest way to do that would be is having multiple characters in this area. There's going to be 2 other areas that we are also going to look at. However, this is obviously requires you to do a quest. That's not going to be something that you want to necessarily do on like 16 characters, for example. But if you were to do this on 4, rotate through them, I could see this being a really OP method for you guys out there. And then I will also show the other methods for those of you who do not want to do 1,000 zone stories on all your characters, because this is the second zone story quest. So you have to actually do the first one, and that puts you then in the second one, which can be a bit of a jaunt. But again, you know, we're just testing our luck here on this little side character boy before we do ways with him and wait to see him again in the next premium side quest video, which is likely when you guys will see him again. And his luck is absolutely horrible, it seems. But as you can see, though, we have tons and tons. Oh, there we go. We just got a blue plan. Now, there is a bit of discussion on it if you get a blue plan, if that puts you on a bit of a cooldown. I'm just going to loot the rest of the area because, you know, I'm here and we're about done with it. We're about to just have one more room to go through. But as you can see, this is the room. You don't want to leave this room because apparently it can prevent you from going back in, is what I've heard. I can't confirm that because I'm too scared to try it, because this quest took me like 30 minutes and I was not having a whole lot of fun. But that's just something to keep in mind for you guys. You could do the quest and then it will take you here, but just stay in this room right here and we are back to the original room. So now I will be swapping back to my main character and I'll catch you guys in 1 second. And we're back with spot numero dos. Now you may already notice something is that I'm in the exact same spot. However, I was just in the courtyard of the Castle Navir. I can't go in there. However, I can take my boy into the Knight's Wing. This is a really nice way because you don't have to obviously have any of the other pieces unlocked. You don't have to do a quest to get in here. And if you've already done the quest, you can take yourself back in here. So for me, it's really nice. We're just going to continue to loot all the backpacks and things. I probably won't show you the whole rotation just in the interest of time. I don't need to show you guys the fact that you can loot wardrobes and such. You guys are all high-class individuals who know that. Although we just got a candle groupie piece. Isn't that really exciting? And I just took myself outside. Please ignore my blunder here. That's what happens when you hit the A button and you don't think. Also, so there is still discussions about cooldowns. So basically, if you get a purple, the idea is that you need to character swap. Also, you can go through these doors here into the Knight's Barracks. You'll find other trunks and things here, which will be empty for me, except for the dresser. So basically, if you were to get a purple, you're going to want to make sure that you character swap because there's the talk about you being on a cooldown, which would be really neat for this video. But I don't think I'm that lucky. We got a white BP. I didn't even know that you could get those from these areas. I thought you had to actually buy those, so maybe that's a terrible sign, or maybe that's a good sign, because I don't think I've ever picked up a white one before. And we are now going to, in the interest of time, obviously you can continue to go through all these doors here and things, back around, loop around into here, but I'm going to now take you to the third spot, which is actually going to be the easiest spot for you guys to get to because it's going to be very close to the original way shrine. But before we do that, just to show you can continue to go through these doors, you'll be taken into more areas with more things for your cute little self to open. So I will catch you guys in just 1 second. And we're back, everyone, with spot number 3. Now, this is actually probably the worst spot, but it is the most accessible because you can get the way shrines immediately. This will be the way shrine that you have to access the initial town. You can walk in, walk all the way over, and then you're going to be looking for Mandrake Manor. And you'll be able to go in here. You can see that my closest friends are already in here doing this. I actually don't legally know any of these people, but they're doing the thing that I'm doing, so we're all brothers in this here together, trying to find these purple plans that everyone else I know has gotten except for me. Not salty. Now you might be thinking to yourself too, Jake, you just showed us in descending order the best spots. Why did you go from best to worst and not worst to best? That would be the best YouTuber thing to do. And to that I say, well, unfortunately most people don't watch 100% of the video. Statistically, it's like 60 to 70%. So I wanted to give you guys the best information first. And then you might be thinking to yourself, well, I stayed around. And to that I say thank you. And if you're still listening, I will give you a secret offer that if you comment your favorite fruit in the comments below, don't explain why you're putting your favorite fruit there. You can explain as to why it's your favorite fruit. But don't say that you're doing it in any sort of giveaway or anything. I will double the amount of giveaways you get. So if you just put apples in the comments below, bam, you'll get an extra giveaway drop. And for those of you who don't know, I always post my winners in my community tab on YouTube. So you can always go back and see that. Basically, all I do is I calculate the number of comments. I have a little note sheet as to who has commented and gotten like a reward one. Specifically for those who guessed Ymir and Moon Knight from my last video. And we just put in a random number generator and that's it. You guys get $20 USD, or depending on the place that you live, it might be a different bit of a currency exchange. I've been thankfully blessed to only have American winners so far, but that is the third and final place that I have to show you guys. If you guys have any other things that you want me to check out to loot furnishing plans, there is a really, really good spot in the new trial. However, obviously, it's not really time efficient to run a trial just to loot, you know, the boxes on the way through. When you can just take all of the characters that you have through here. Me and Miri agree, and we will catch you guys potentially later today because we are going to be cranking out the High Isle content. I think I'm actually going to be recording a beginner's guide to the Tales of Tribute. I realized when I had put out the video that it was much more like moderate to end game tips, so I think I might do a starter guide. But stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more High Isle content. I have lots to show you, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys.
Get back! better remember to like and subscribe to Jake Clips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.